She was walking through the grocery store, pushing her cart down the aisle she had walked 1,000 times before, when it happened. Her right foot caught on absolutely nothing. No crack in the floor, no stray box, no uneven tile. One moment she was reaching for a jar of pasta sauce, and the next moment her ankle simply folded beneath her like a piece of paper. She fell hard onto her left hip, the sound echoing through the quiet store. Strangers rushed to help her. An employee brought ice. Someone called for a manager. But as she sat there on the cold floor, humiliated and shaking, the most frightening part was not the pain in her hip. The most frightening part was that she never felt herself falling. Her foot had just stopped listening. Her leg had just stopped responding. And in that terrifying split second, she realized that something inside her body had been quietly, secretly dying for years without ever sending her a single warning she could understand. What happened to that woman whose name is Diane and who is now 68 years old is happening to millions of people right now. Their nerves are slowly, silently slipping away. And by the time most people notice the first real symptom, it is often too late to reverse the damage. But here's the truth that could save you. Your nerves have been sending you warnings for a very long time. You just did not know what to look for. Until now. Let me ask you something deeply personal. When was the last time you dropped something for no good reason? A coffee mug? Your car keys? A fork at dinner? Not because you were distracted or tired or in a hurry, but because your hand simply decided to let go without telling your brain first. Most people over 60 have experienced this at least once, and most people laugh it off. Clumsy me. Must be these old hands. But here is what almost no one tells you. Dropping things is not a sign of aging. It is a sign of dying nerves. Specifically, it is a sign that the peripheral nerves in your hands and fingers are losing their myelin sheath. Think of myelin as the rubber coating on an electrical wire. When that coating cracks and peels away, the electrical signals from your brain to your hand become weak, slow, and unpredictable. Your brain tells your fingers to hold on, but by the time that message arrives, your fingers have already let go. You are not clumsy. You are not getting old. Your nerves are starving. And if you do not figure out why, the problem will not stop with dropping your keys. It will spread to your feet, your legs, your bladder, and eventually your heart. I need to tell you about the 7 warning signs that your nerves are quietly dying. And I need you to pay attention because most doctors will not connect these dots for you. They will treat each symptom separately. Pills for the numbness, creams for the tingling, exercises for the weakness, but unless you understand that all of these symptoms come from the same root cause, dying nerves, you will keep treating the smoke while the fire burns your house down. The first warning sign is numbness in your fingertips or toes that comes and goes. You might notice it at night when you are lying still. A strange, almost buzzy feeling, like your fingers have fallen asleep even though you have not been lying on them. This is not poor circulation. This is your nerves losing their ability to feel. And when nerves lose feeling, they also lose control. The second warning sign is a feeling like you are walking on pebbles or small stones when your shoes are completely empty. This is called the pebble sensation. Your brain is receiving distorted signals from dying nerves in the soles of your feet. You will check your shoes over and over, you will find nothing, but the feeling will stay, and over time, it will get worse. The third warning sign is burning pain that has no obvious cause. Not from a cut, not from a bruise, not from arthritis. Just a deep, strange burning in your feet or hands that comes out of nowhere and disappears just as mysteriously. This is your nervous system misfiring, sending pain signals when there is no actual injury. The fourth warning sign is muscle twitching that you cannot control. A little jump in your eyelid, a flutter in your calf, a ripple in your thumb that lasts for hours or days. These are not harmless quirks. They are dying nerves screaming for attention. The fifth warning sign is extreme sensitivity to touch. A bedsheet feels like sandpaper. A hug feels like a punch. A light breeze on your skin makes you want to climb the walls. Your nerves are so damaged that they can no longer tell the difference between a gentle touch and a real threat. The sixth warning sign is weakness that seems to come and go. Some days you can open a jar easily, other days you cannot. Some days you can walk up the stairs without holding the railing. Other days your legs feel like wet noodles. That inconsistency is the hallmark of nerve damage. Healthy nerves are consistent. Dying nerves are not. And the seventh warning sign, the one that most people miss until it is too late, is a change in your balance when you close your eyes. Try this tonight. Stand up straight with your feet together. Close your eyes. If you start to sway or feel like you are falling, even if you catch yourself, that is a clear sign that the nerves in your feet are no longer sending accurate position information to your brain. Your brain is flying blind. And that is how people over 60 fall in their own homes, break their hips, and never walk again. You might be feeling something right now as you listen to this list. A tightening in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a quiet voice whispering, "That sounds like me." Please do not panic. Panic will not help you, but action will. And the first action you need to take is to understand why your nerves are dying. The most common cause is not some rare genetic disease. It is not a tragic accident. It is something that you have control over starting right now. The most common cause of nerve damage after 60 is chronically high blood sugar. Not high enough to be called diabetes, just high enough to slowly poison your nerves over years and decades. Every time you eat sugar, refined carbohydrates, or processed food, your blood sugar spikes. Each spike damages the tiny blood vessels that feed your nerves. Your nerves starve. They send out weaker and weaker signals, and you get a little more numb, a little more clumsy, a little more unbalanced. This does not happen overnight. It happens over 10,000 small meals. 10,000 small choices, and by the time you notice the symptoms, the damage is often significant. But here is the beautiful, hopeful truth. Nerves can heal. They heal slowly. They heal quietly. But they can heal. And the most powerful nerve-healing medicine in the world is not a pill you buy from a pharmacy. It is a fork. It is a plate of real food. It is saying no to the donut and yes to the broccoli. It is choosing water over soda. It is walking for 20 minutes after every meal to pull sugar out of your bloodstream before it can damage your nerves. Before I tell you exactly how to start healing your nerves, I need to ask you something important. How many people do you know who are living with numbness, tingling, burning, or balance problems? How many of them have just accepted it as part of getting older? They have given up. They think this is just how life is now. But you are different. You are still here, still watching, still fighting for your health. That is why I created this channel. That is why Dr. Victor Lang exists, to give you the truth that the system does not have time to tell you. So please, right now, hit that like button. Let me know that you are one of the fighters. And subscribe to this channel so you never miss another video that could change your life. Because what I am about to share next could be the most important information you hear all year. The first step to healing your nerves is to get your blood sugar under control. Not perfect, just better. If you are over 60, your goal should be to keep your blood sugar below 140 milligrams per deciliter 2 hours after meals. That is the threshold where nerve damage begins. You can buy a simple blood glucose monitor at any pharmacy for less than $20. Test yourself before breakfast and 2 hours after dinner for 1 week. Write down the numbers. You will be shocked at what certain foods do to your body. A bowl of oatmeal with raisins and honey might send your blood sugar over 200. A sandwich on white bread might do the same, but a meal of eggs, vegetables, and avocado might keep you under 120. The data does not lie. Your nerves do not care about your intentions. They only care about your actions. The second step is to give your nerves the nutrients they need to rebuild. The 3 most important nutrients for nerve healing are vitamin B12, alpha lipoic acid, and acetyl L-carnitine. But here is the catch. After 60, your stomach produces less acid, which makes it harder to absorb vitamin B12 from food or from standard supplements. You may need a form of B12 that dissolves under your tongue or a prescription form that is injected. Do not guess. Get your B12 level tested by your doctor. If it is low, fix it. The difference in your nerve symptoms could be dramatic within just a few weeks. Alpha lipoic acid is a powerful antioxidant that specifically targets nerve tissue. Studies show that taking 600 milligrams of alpha lipoic acid per day can reduce burning pain and numbness by over 50% within 5 months. Acetyl L-carnitine helps your nerves produce energy more efficiently, which speeds up the healing process. These supplements are not expensive, they are not dangerous when taken correctly, and they work best when combined with the blood sugar control I just described. The third step is movement. I know you have heard this before. I know you are tired of being told to exercise, but listen to me carefully. The kind of movement that heals nerves is not running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It is the simplest movement in the world: walking. Every single step you take sends a wave of electrical signals up from your feet to your brain. Those signals stimulate the production of nerve growth factor, a natural chemical that repairs and regenerates damaged nerves. You do not need to walk far or fast. You just need to walk often. 10 minutes after every meal. That is 30 minutes per day. That is enough to double your nerve growth factor levels within 2 months. And here's the secret that nobody tells you. Walking barefoot on grass, sand, or a textured mat is even better for your nerves than walking in shoes. The varied sensations wake up the dormant nerve endings in your feet. They remind your brain that your feet exist. They rebuild the connection that sugar and age and inactivity have been slowly destroying. Try it for 5 minutes a day. Stand on a textured bath mat. Wiggle your toes. Close your eyes and feel the ground beneath you. Your nerves will thank you. I want to tell you about a patient named George. He was 71 years old when he first came to see me, using a walker, unable to feel his feet, unable to sleep because of the burning pain in his legs. He had been to 3 neurologists. They had given him pills for pain that made him drowsy and constipated. They had told him there was nothing else they could do. George was ready to give up, but then he found one of our videos and decided to try something different. He cleaned up his diet. He started walking 10 minutes after every meal. He bought a blood glucose monitor and learned exactly which foods spiked his sugar. He started taking alpha lipoic acid and a B12 lozenge. The first month, nothing changed. He almost quit. The second month, he noticed that the burning pain was a little less intense. He could sleep for 4 hours instead of 2. The third month, he dropped his walker and started using a cane. The 6th month, he walked into my office without any assistance at all. He was crying. I was crying. He said, I thought I was dying, but I was just eating the wrong things. George did not have a rare disease. He did not need expensive treatments. He needed information, and once he had it, he saved his own life. That is the power of knowing. That is why I do this work. That is why you are here right now. As we come to the end of this conversation, I need you to do something for me. Close your eyes for just a moment. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your hands resting in your lap. Feel the subtle sensations of your skin, the temperature of the air, the position of your body in space. All of that is your nervous system working perfectly. It is a miracle that you have taken for granted your entire life. And now you know that this miracle is fragile. It can be damaged, but it can also be healed. The choice is yours. You can go back to your old habits and pretend you never heard this, or you can decide, right now, today, that your nerves deserve better, that you deserve better, that the numbness and the burning and the dropping things and the fear of falling are not your destiny. They are just signals. And now you finally understand what those signals mean. Please scroll down to the comments right now and tell me one thing you are going to change starting today. Maybe it is testing your blood sugar. Maybe it is buying an alpha lipoic acid supplement. Maybe it is walking barefoot on your living room carpet for 5 minutes. Write it down, make it real. And if you know someone who drops things, someone who complains of burning feet, someone who has fallen or is afraid of falling, please share this video with them immediately. You could be the reason they finally understand what is happening to their body. You could be the reason they start healing instead of declining. You could be the reason they are still dancing at their grandchild's wedding. Thank you for caring enough to learn the truth. Now go feel your feet. Go wiggle your fingers. Go thank your nerves for everything they have done for you. And then go give them the food, the movement, and the love they need to keep doing their job for many more years.